Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I am going to be using the Pink Paislee's Bella Rouge collection for my layout. This layout I am doing for a challenge over at Leah Ray's Facebook page, the Crafty Channel Surf. It is a challenge that will end today, and this one is a recipe challenge by Rachel Reynolds. It's to use 5 embellishments, 4 papers, 3 alphas, 2 photos, and a bit of sparkle. So this is what I came up with for that challenge. Now, today is the last day of that challenge, so I hope you guys have played along. As of the date I made this layout, I didn't see a lot of people playing along, which, I mean, it's the Christmas season, so everybody is really busy, but there are some really good prizes. And you know what? I have entered 2 of the challenges because surely maybe I should win one of them, right? Maybe. I also did host one that is the ugly sweater challenge, where you can be inspired by your ugly Christmas sweater, or you can post a picture of you in your ugly Christmas sweater, or you could post a picture of your ugly Christmas sweater, whatever. And anyway, all the challenges in today, so go over there and throw something together really quick. Alright, so to this layout, I used this black and white stripe as my background, and the black stripe is kind of, I don't know how you would say what that is. It's kind of like a wonky grid, the black portions are, and then the white is white. Now this Pink Paislee paper, it is a double-sided paper that I used. One side is journaling spots, and then there's the black and white stripe. It's not as thick as you would hope for it to be. Then the top, maybe 1/3 section, I put a floral paper. And right here I'm using these alphas and hearts, not alphas. They're word phrase thickers, and also some of the hearts. I don't know where this came from. These particular word phrases and hearts I did not have in packaging, so I have no clue. Right here I just tucked under 2 tags. They are made out of pattern paper. I used a Tim Holtz die from them, or for them. They were just in the sleeve that I had all this Pink Paislee in, so I don't know when I made them, and I don't know the name of the paper. The tag at the bottom is also from the same collection. It is a larger tag from a Tim Holtz die. I am going to recut it because if you can see there, they have unicorns on them, and the unicorns are facing the wrong way. So I am going to pull out another sheet of that paper and cut it again and make the unicorns face the right way. When I originally made these tags, they are for a tag album, and it would have been fine for that, but the way I laid it on the paper, it is not fine. So I'm going through all the embellishments I have for this collection. I don't have a lot of embellishments for this collection. Most of the embellishments I use on this page are fussy cut pieces out of the pattern paper, and also the thickers, because there in that thicker set there were some heart thickers, so I did use those as well. So in the Bella Rouge collection, it's an older collection. It's a couple years old. I don't know when it was made, but there was this one paper that had all these frames, so I am going to fussy cut some of the frames out of the frame paper because y'all know I love the frames. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then on the floral paper that I used at the top, I am also going to be cutting out some florals from that piece of paper that I can, tuck in around the page. Now, I did lose some footage because I am me, and that's what happens. Because what happens is, actually, let me tell you this. So I will use a phone, one of my old phones, and that's what I record with, and sometimes it just shuts off. But I am too busy doing what I'm doing, right? I'm into it. I'm not checking it. So when I do check it and see that it's off, I'm like, oh snap. So there you go. All right. So I'm going to have way more than 5 embellishments around the page. A lot of them are handmade. The 4 papers, there's papers in those tags, 3 different tags, 3 different papers, a paper at the bottom, paper at the top, black cardstock going on that center line. 3 alphas. I did use that fashion, which is, I think, I kind of want to say rockabye. I used the play that is the thicker fray set that I don't know where it comes from. And then I used time, which is, I think it's a recollections word sticker. And then you're supposed to use 2 photos, which obviously I did. These are photos of Kayla. This is a layout that is going to go to her. And then a bit of sparkle. Will have a ton of sparkle around this page. So there you go. Alright, so I am trying to place these frames around. I am using hot glue on this one. And the hot glue gun I have, it is a high temp hot glue gun. And it just kind of seeps out. It gets everywhere. So I will also pull in my Scotch Quick Dry because some places I can't be having hot glue everywhere, right? And that little frame right there needed to be in a specific place. So I just used the Scotch Quick Dry, which I'm using on this one as well. So I'm just going to have this little bottom cluster down here. It's going to hold my title. It has the frame, some fussy cut flowers around it. And now I'm going to go to my second cluster. It's over here at the right hand side of that photo cluster. And it is also just going to have frames and flowers around it. I'm going to kind of build my photo cluster up off of the page. Sometimes I do this. A lot of times, well, not a lot of times. Sometimes I will just stick everything down to the background. And sometimes I will build the cluster off of the page and just stick down that entire cluster. And in this case, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to build it off the page and then stick it down. So if this voiceover seems a little erratic, let me tell you why. It's because it is. For some reason, my software is not, it keeps freezing on me, so I keep talking and hoping I'm saying what I'm doing. I may or may not be. I am going to eventually pull out one of those leaf punches. They're called Uchi, U-C-H-I. I don't know how you pronounce it. I say it Uchi. I had got it off of Scrapbook.com, and it kind of punches and also embosses. And the one I'm going to use is a leaf. And I do it with some black cardstock, and I scatter those leaves around the page and tuck them into some little spots. I'm also going to pull out some ribbon to put into those tags right there. And I'm going to hold them down by stapling them. As you can see right here, I'm still working on that right hand cluster of this photo bit. I also have, you can see right there, see that little flourish? It's a silver flourish. I'm going to cut that in half-ish and put one on one side and one on the other side. Here I'm trying to get those tags in the photo frame lined up just right. Bringing the hot glue out because I like burning myself. It's fun. It is not fun. I'm lying. I did not trim these tags down. I made these, I don't even know when. I know I made the girls some tag albums out of this collection quite some time ago, and those were leftover pieces from it. And you know, a lot of times if I'm using a tag, I'll cut the end bit off, and I'm not going to be using this one. I'm just like, whatever, it's been in my stash for a long time, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll with it. Right here I am putting this little flower bit right here on that frame I glued down. Those are fussy cut flowers like I had already said. And that's that high temp glue gun. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys use glue guns? Do you use high temp, low temp? I have a high temp one. I have a low temp one. And then I have one that has these really ginormous glue sticks, and they're hard to find. And actually, I think the one I was using there, you can switch it from high temp to low temp. But I had high temp glue stick in there. And I remember a couple years ago, I did a video, and I was using a glue gun, and I was having a hard time with it. And then someone had commented, "Are you using the right glue sticks? Because there's high temp and low temp." And I didn't know there was a difference. What? For real? Yeah. That's my shame right there. I didn't know there was a difference, but there was. So if you use a glue gun, what type do you use? Is it high temp or low temp? Or maybe the switchable one like what I have, but I always keep it on high. Alright, so right here is where I'm going to end up putting my photo with the clusters at the right and left, and also my title block down there at the bottom right. Here's where I cut apart that flourish. I'm going to stick under 2 different spots. And it's because I pulled out my box that had silver stuff in it, and I had one little flourish. When am I ever going to use that? I'm not. So I went ahead and cut it in half and just have it peeking out either side of that photo. That's when I'm going to use it right there. It's going to peek out either side. I don't even know where that flourish piece came from. No clue. Alright, so here's where I pull out the ribbon. This ribbon came in a Noel Mignon kit. Those kits always came with ribbon, and I hardly ever use ribbon on my layouts, and I don't know why, because this turns out fabulous. So clearly I should use it more often. Right here I'm cutting the ends of the ribbon at angles, and they're kind of opposite angles. Like one part of the ribbon will be one angle, and the second part of the ribbon will be another angle. I just didn't want them to be flat or whatever. So here's where I'm going to pull out the Tim Holtz tiny attacher, and I'm going to staple those. That top ribbon, it's going to get cut down a little bit right here. See, they're opposite. And make them opposite. Then I'm going to go away and find a lighter somewhere, because I do not want those to fray over time. So I am going to burn the ends. I do have fray check. Not sure where it's at. So I went ahead and just used a lighter instead. Just kind of singeing it just a little bit. I mean, it doesn't turn it brown or anything. It just kind of holds it in place. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and commit to the placement. And I am using some foam tape. This is that foam tape roll that you get on a ginormous roll from Amazon.com. That's what I like to use. I do have some of those foam sheets that people have been using recently, but I have not used them. I have some little foam pieces that are of different shapes, like an airplane, a car, whatever. I have used those before, just for little singular embellishments. I think I got those at the dollar store, but I haven't broken into the foam sheets yet, because I still have foam tape. And probably, I'm not going to lie, I'm probably not going to use the foam sheets. I'm probably going to go and buy more foam tape. Right here, I'm sticking around those glittery hearts that came in that same thicker pack as the play word. And here's where I'm pulling out that Uchi punch that punches and embosses, and I'm going to put those around the page. I do have a couple little silver enamel dots that are stuck around, and I don't think I do that on camera. You can't see them. They're just poking out for a little bit of extra something. I love these punches. I got 3 different ones. I got the leaf, and I got a bow, and I got a something else. And I got them from Scrapbook.com, and I especially love the leaf. I just like to have that little bit of something poking out. I don't know why. I just love that. It's fabulous. I like to tuck. Like even sequins, I like to tuck them under things, which, fun fact, this layout has 0 sequins. So there you go. I use 0 sequins on this layout. Alright guys, that's all I do to the layout. Here we go. It is so cute. Kayla's gonna love this. So this is what I'm sending her. I have not been doing my end of the month like scrappy roundup, whatever. I can't remember what I call it. But I haven't done it since I went on vacation in September. So in 2018, and maybe I might start with December 2017, and you know, keep doing my end of the month thing that I have not been doing because I'm a slacker. All right guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.